All right, we're back here in the bonus round with our good buddies Michael Pachter and Garnet Lee. Let's turn to the state of Nintendo. All of you on the internet, get your Twitter clients ready to tweet at all three of us about this. So Nintendo, let's talk about what's going on there. The last sort of news out of Nintendo was this, I think, an investor Q&A that Mr. Iwata did in Japan, and spoke about a variety of topics, how Nintendo was getting into the health business to some degree. We know they've got Smash Brothers coming this year. They've got some games. But do you think, is Nintendo really going to dramatically change its strategy?
I'll tell you my favorite comment that came out of that was, it's not too late to turn the fortunes of the Wii U around.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, it is. You know, he made a really interesting couple of comments. He explained why they'll never be on mobile.
Right.
And he said it's because Nintendo's core strategy is marrying its proprietary hardware with its proprietary software, and they're really good at that.
The best experience.
Right, and I agree. They've always done really well at that. They've even done well at that on the Wii U. It's just not that compelling a device to buy, but their games work fine on it.
Yeah.
And so he said, therefore, we can never do mobile because we're taking our great software and putting it on a platform that we don't really understand. Okay, except the Game Boy Advance just wasn't that sophisticated a control scheme.
Sure.
And your iPhone and your tablet, you can put virtual controls that look just like it. So I'm calling complete bullshit. You can.
Having been a game developer on mobile, let me tell you what, those virtual controls are pretty
Not
ghastly.
on every game.
I'm talking
but I'm talking side scroller, Super Mario Brothers 3. I'm talking about the basic 15-year-old game.
But that would work great on an Xbox controller.
To do it right, you would you would fundamentally have to design the game for the mobile platform. I'm not saying you couldn't. You could absolutely do it. You could actually. I mean, it makes perfect sense to use the constant runner formula and make a Mario version of it.
Yeah.
But you have to go into it with a mobile mindset, not a virtual control.
Somebody could do it. It would do fine. They
would do well.
But regardless.
It would do well.
So his whole basis for not doing it was, we just don't know how to do that.
Right.
Then the very next conversation was, but health and fitness, that we can do, because God knows that Nike and the Fuel Band, they suck at that.
Right.
You know, and Jawbone sucks at that. So let us do it, because we're going to dominate. And my guess is that they'll ask you to wear a band, but you'll have to plug it into your Wii U. Like, it's his stealth way of getting you to buy a Wii U, because I don't want to plug a Fuel Band into my PC, God forbid, or have Jawbone talk to my iPhone without me having to plug it in. No, that's too complicated for me. I need to go buy a Wii U, because Nintendo knows how to do it. I heard that, and I went, the guy is more clueless than I thought he was the day before. And I didn't think it was possible.
And you didn't think very highly of him before, so.
No, he's horrible. He's horrible. He needs to go. Nintendo doesn't know what it's doing. Their strategy was great when they executed on the hardware. They didn't execute well on this hardware. They need to revisit that strategy. While they're not making money on hardware, and while their software profits are down, they should think about a way to shore up software profits. One solution might be to create dedicated, ground-up mobile games based on Mario characters and hook people on it. There are companies out there like DNA and Electronic Arts who would gladly take that on and help them for a piece of the business. I think that is a $1 billion, $2 billion, $3 billion a year revenue stream. If Candy Crush does $1 billion, Mario is worth $1 billion. What's wrong with them? Okay, that's the end of my speech.
And it's like a pack attack rant right there. All right, guys, hold that thought. We're going to be right back here in the bonus round.